Testing 1 2 1 2 testing. This is a quick test of testing the microphone for connecting via Zoom. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah, but I think you're hearing me via YouTube. You're not hearing me via Zoom because you're not connected to Zoom yet. You have to connect to Zoom. You're probably going to have to mute your YouTube while you connect to Zoom so you can hear me more in real time. So yeah, I got my microphone connected. I got my speaker, so I'm ready whenever you are. Just go to the Zoom. Make sure you mute the YouTube channel so you're not hearing it echo and you're not feeding it back to me actually. So I think that's one of the things. Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Yeah, just make sure it's not too loud so that when you do connect to Zoom, it's not feeding back into me. So yeah, let me know when you're connected because I mean I was here waiting for about an hour last time, man. And you never came back. Go to toontitan.com/Zoom. Once you connect, I should be able to see you here on my screen, and I'll let you in. And we'll take care of this puppet producer thing. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and continue working on my thingy. Yeah, I was just streaming without a microphone, without any headphones, without anything. Basically, just getting work done on the background. Ah, I see you logging in. I'm gonna let you in. I can hear myself, so you might want to lower the volume on the. Can you hear me right now? Well, you muted your microphone. I heard you speak just a second ago. I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Check your settings on your on your Zoom. If you click on this little microphone thing, okay. Make sure you got the correct speaker selected for the output channel for the speaker. Sure. Okay. Something on my end. Okay, cool. Hang on a second. Let me try something else because I don't see the audio feed on my end feeding through the stream. Give me just a second. Don't touch anything on your end because if you got it working. Alright. Testing 1, 2. Okay, can you say one more thing real quick? Cool, cool. Okay, just hang on. All right, say one more thing real quick. I want to see if the.
You can hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's hang on a second. I'm going to enable the screen sharing. All right. Go ahead and click the little green button at the bottom of the screen. It says share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's telling me that you have started the screen sharing, and this is kind of where we were last time, where it wasn't actually coming in. I think somehow your machine probably thinks you have multiple monitors, so it might be showing me the wrong monitor, or you might have a separate window somewhere else that has popped up that's asking you to select which monitor or which window to share. So look for any extra little windows that may have popped up on your screen. And if you're saying something, I can't hear you because you're muted.
Oh shit! I ain't even touched the mute.
What's
That's
that?
crazy. I didn't even touch the mute. I would just change the screen sharing thing. I went to full screen. You still can't see?
All I see is black screen. If you look at the YouTube stream, you can see what I see.
That's crazy. You see.
You don't see any other windows that popped up on the side, like something that's asking you which monitor to display or which window to display. Sometimes you get an extra little window that allows people to select what window specifically to display, so they can keep their windows private. You know.
Well, right now, let me see. I'm sharing everything. Let me see. More settings, background.
So it could also be, I don't know, it could be a firewall issue. Maybe you have something enabled that's blocking the screen sharing port. I don't know. That's a completely different troubleshooting thing. Let's try doing via. Don't disconnect yet. That way we can continue to talk. For
Mm-hmm.
now, go to remote desktop dot. I believe it's Chrome.
Go where?
Remote desktop. Hang on, let me
Okay.
make sure I'm got it
Remote.
right with me. Yeah, remote desktop, one word. Dot
Mm-hmm.
Chrome.
Remote
Dot
desktop.
com.
Right here.
Yeah,
Chrome remote desktop.
yeah.
Okay. I'm there.
And yeah, let me move the. No, that. Might have it wrong. Remote desktop.google.com.
Remote dot this. It say
Yeah.
mine say when I put remote desktop Google Chrome, it put me a Chrome remote desktop.
Okay. Do you see this page that I'm showing on my screen?
I see. When I go in there, yeah, that's it says
Click.
secure, convenient. Yeah, it's fast, it's
Oh,
simple. Access my
okay.
computer, share my
Click.
screen.
Click on the share my screen option,
Uh huh.
and don't give me the key right now because you don't want to put that on public. Text it to me via the chat in the Zoom. That
Let me
way
see.
I can
Share
see
this
it.
screen to let someone access controllers and click the download button. Okay. Well, I had to download it. Let me see. I gotta get it.
Well, you can just go to remotedesktop.google.com/support, and it'll put you on the screen that you see where that I'm looking at right now on my screen.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there now.
Okay, so click. Oh, yeah, you might have to download the remote desktop app.
Yeah, it's installed it. That's what I'm doing it now.
Okay. So once you have it going, it's gonna give you an access code. Just type it in the Zoom chat box, and I'll grab it from there.
All right. Hold on. I'm downloading it and stuff. Okay, I got to generate code. Say, type it in the what?
Go to the Zoom
Mm-hmm.
and type it in there because you don't want to do this publicly right now while we're streaming. So you don't want
Okay.
other people logging into your thing right now.
Right. Paste. There you go.
Okay, I got it. Give me a second.
Yeah.
It's connecting. All right, I can see your screen. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. So go ahead and minimize this window or something, and yeah, don't close it, but minimize. That's perfect. Now go to well, go
Adobe.
to animate first of all. Let's see what it's doing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to show you.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. It's not restreaming the what I'm seeing on the stream. That's fine.
All right,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna just open one of my. See, that's where the thing is said the pivots right here not happening. Let me see. That's plug in. And where my thing is.
Yeah, you're missing the pivots in did you install this manually?
I did it how they told me to with this right here. Hold on, damn. I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying to find my curve. Damn, where's my? Where's my? Hold on a second. What was it that you wanted? That was this is how I did it with this installer right here.
And that's what it did. It didn't give you any errors.
No, when I first did it, it used to work, but I think it had a dang, I can't find mine.
Well, you don't need to open that file.
I don't.
No.
So that's what I was doing. When I open it, it says that I don't have the pivot.
Okay. Go ahead and hit cancel on that little pop-up window and just open up a new project. Just create new. And yeah, just create a new file. Doesn't matter.
See, that's what pop up right here.
Okay, so you see that address right there?
Yeah.
Go. Oh, hang on. Let me see. I might be able to open up. Yeah, I can control your thing. I'm gonna don't move your mouse. I am going to navigate to that address.
Oh, I know where it's at now. I found it. They there.
Users.
Send public.
App data. And 2023 English US configuration. Alright. Components, puppet producer, pivots. Pivots.fla. It is there.
That's what I was saying.
While opening the file. Oh, okay. It says error occurred opening the file, so the file itself might be corrupted. There's one way to quickly figure that out. Yeah, that file is damaged. Where do you have your copy of Puppet Producer on your computer?
Oh, I got a few of them. Let me see. Still. did I put? That's a bunch of downloads.
Looks like that FLA file itself might have become corrupted at some point.
This vote. There go one right there.
Second, let me take over real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
I didn't know if I should try to find all of them and take them all out and redo it.
no, we'll just kind of do a manual install. So basically, the ZXP is just a fancy zip file. We're just gonna unpack it manually here by renaming that file.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can export here. I think the instructions for the manual are in that region. Be like 99.9% of cases, nobody ever really has to do all that. So is
For some reason the Zoom wasn't working. That other one worked though.
yeah, that's really weird.
That's for Revolution. Hey, y'all stop it. What's up? What? It won't put no pivots on it, even if you drew something.
Yeah, it's gonna give us an error. Just want to see what the error is. Pivot.
I'm so lost right now.
I'm just checking the paths to where everything is supposed to be in. There,
I ain't do none of this. I just installed it how you told me. It was working, then all of a sudden it just stopped.
It looks like it installed correctly because it is in the right spot, you know? It's that FLA, 6 kilobytes. So we compare against mine is 26 kilobytes. So, yeah, no, it's the same size. Never mind. Wait, compressed size 6 kilobytes.
Would it be easier just to animate inside Adobe Animate than do the cartoon animator?
I don't know. I mean, that's a preference thing. For a lot of things. I mean, if you find it easier to animate the different parts inside of Animate, it's definitely easier. You just don't get the benefits of being able to work with a full rig.
With a full what?
Yeah. Go
with a full rig.
With the full rig, like a full rigged character.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, yeah, you could probably get some more advanced work done from a manual perspective if you do it from directly in Adobe Animate. When was the last time that you downloaded this Puppet Producer? When did you download it last?
I downloaded it a couple of days ago, but I don't think I removed everything and downloaded it. I did because I uninstalled Adobe Animate and reinstalled it after it wouldn't work. Then reinstalled everything. Hello?
I mean, there's something off about this. It's treating it like it's corrupted, like the file is corrupted. So I'm trying to see if the file that's on the website is corrupted and you downloaded it recently and that's how it is. And I just need to check it and upload a new one, or if it's just on your side. So let me see.
This is the zip file that I downloaded a long time ago.
Can you download a new version of it? Because maybe it's the zip file that you downloaded that's corrupt, and it just installed a corrupted version. Let's try that. Let's give that a shot. Go to toontitan.com and download a new copy of it.
So should I take all of the copies out that I got now?
No, it's fine. We can overwrite.
Okay.
Oh, what's this? Saying that my website is insecure. I did double check that. The HTTPS is not running. Just a second. Let me see if I'm getting that same issue.
Are you doing something?
No, I'm not. You go ahead.
Well, it's saying your connection isn't private. Type of my trying to stay on it.
My HTTPS is messed up somehow. I gotta fix that. On your end, just go ahead and oh, did you already go in there?
And what, on computer?
Yeah. Go to the toontitan.com, the Puppet Producer, the page.
Okay, let's see.
The page that you were in. Go to toontitan.com.
Now let me go.
Yeah, click Advanced. And select Continue to toontitan.com unsafe mode.
It ain't never do that though before.
It's my certificate, my SSL certificate. I think it's expired. I need to renew it. Go
Okay.
ahead and navigate. You should still be able to navigate to it. I'm working on reinstalling
Okay.
my SSL certificate while you're doing it. So that one is on my end.
Like, shop.
You don't have go to the top where it says my downloads. You don't have that option.
Yeah, I used to. It looked different.
Oh yeah, that's because it's like it's not showing you all the secure stuff.
Oh, I'm trying to click the menu. Let me see. Tune. So, it's acting wicked. Let me see.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna do something just for now because I obviously need to fix this SSL certificate thing on my end.
Motions, body shop, boutique. That's it. Motion. What would it be on? They wouldn't be on the motion. It
It
wouldn't
would
be
be
on.
under it would be under tools, specialty tools, I think.
Shit, it's sending me to all kind of bullshit right
Yeah, just forget about it. Just kind of hang on. I gotta fix this on my end. This is a website issue.
now. Shop. Help. Let me see if it didn't change up now. Let me see. I had tried to contact you through the website.
Except just send a message ibis at toontiming.com. Check my SSL certificates.
Yeah, it ain't let me log in on that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't even try. Give me a sec. This is an issue on my end that I gotta issue. This is probably gonna take me a while. Let me do something else. I'm gonna upload a
Huh?
copy of it directly, and I'll have you download it. Just stay on that page that you're looking at right now.
Stay on this page.
Yeah, just stay on that page. Name it, make it easier.
So they're replacing the voices of Rick and Morty.
For real?
Yeah. The guy who did the Justin Roiland, one of the partners, he got in trouble for some alleged domestic abuse bullshit. The chick copped that she was lying, but they fired him.
Hold on. You controlling my screen right now?
No, I can, but I got my mouse in a different.
Oh, okay.
window right now. I'm gonna take over your screen for a second.
All right.
Give me a second.
You're not gonna get a cashier check today.
No,
What are you trying to do here?
I got this thing.
The game?
No. I'm animation.
Oh. Creative
Yeah, it wasn't working.
inspiration?
Doing some other shit. But the guy who I got the bought the shit from, his it wasn't working yet, so he
Really helping you out.
Place this one with this new one. Let's see if this one will open. That is so weird. Because I just gave you a clean copy of this thing.
same stuff I was saying.
Right. Somehow, this thing is refusing to open on me.
I tried to do all that stuff.
Let's see if
Open the
I can
movie
open
tab.
this file on my end. Okay, with this thing is not.
Who you went through your website?
What's that?
Who you went through to get your website?
I have my own hosting service. Are you looking for a website? Are you looking to host your own site?
Well, I was from the start one. I went through GoDaddy.com last time.
Yeah. I can give you web hosting for $10.95 a month for a basic package. standard pack is $25 a month. It's a little more expensive though than most other hosting providers.
That sounds good though.
But I'm on a dedicated server, so
You what?
I'm on a dedicated server, so I can do unlimited space, and I do all the maintenance myself. So it's you know, for most small businesses, it's more convenient to have something that's not on a shared server.
Okay.
Yeah, if you ever need web hosting, yeah, you can hit me up. I run a small web hosting operation.
Well, I ain't have the site built to now. I don't even have my page built to nothing.
So it's 8 kilobytes. Is the correct one? Let me zoom in. It looks like it's the right file. Why is this one 8 kilobytes and the one that you have 2 kilobytes? I mean 6 kilobytes. At some point, this file changed. So I'm gonna give you a quick fix, but I think this is like an overall issue that I have, that somehow the file that's being hosted on the server, it's lost. It's somehow become corrupted. Let me. It's the original one. Because I wonder if that's just an. Well, no, the file itself opens up fine. I think it's probably just a pivots file. Let me. What the heck is my. Oh, there it is. Get rid of that file. Minimize this. Where is your browser? Can you go to the website, the window, the browser window that you had open? Oh, never mind. I think you're using this thing.
You can go there.
I found it.
Yeah.
I thought you were using Chrome for whatever reason. See, watch this. 26 kilobytes. Please. Now it's 8 kilobytes. Completely different file, and it opens just fine. So obviously that file has somehow become corrupt. I need to double check the one that's on the website. Make sure that anybody who's downloading it right now is getting the correct one.
I'm glad I noticed it, so you can go fix it, so nobody won't be tripping.
Yeah, I mean, you're the only one who's reported it, so I mean, probably nobody has updated their stuff in a while. Which I haven't released any new updates, so the only reason anybody would be downloading a new update is if they, you know, moved their computer or uninstalled some for whatever reason, or reinstalled it.
It did it again, didn't it?
What?
It just said it had problems opening it.
Oh no, it did it. It opened up fine.
You sure?
Yeah, it opened up fine.
I think it said it gave you the warning again, didn't it?
No, I opened it just fine. Watch. Hang on a second. Oh, can I use the mouse? Are you moving it?
No, I ain't touching it.
It's not letting me. It's not streaming over to me.
Mine's still saying 26 in the puppet producer thing. 26
Yeah,
kilo.
I know that's the old file.
Okay.
I'm trying
Oh,
to
that's
get
what.
the I'm trying to get the new one into that folder, but if you look at my stream, the window's not updating, so I can't actually do anything.
Oh yes, the one on YouTube ain't updated.
Yeah, it's not streaming on my end. Did you see where I
They still open
that,
on my side. Let me see this
okay, hang
still.
on, hang on.
Eight
It's
kilobyte.
coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in. Give me a second. You are currently sharing a machine with another user. Do you want to continue sharing? Continue. All right. So I'm gonna take this new one. I'm gonna paste it there. Now we're gonna go to here. Just create and if everything goes correctly, you should put a pivot right in that little X right there. So extension. Let's restart it. It's the 8 KB one. Move that pivot point to the center. So if everything looks correctly, let's just put it right there. Good. Did not do it correctly. Oh,
There
you
we
know
go.
why? I think it's because of the screen sharing. It changes the screen sharing changes the coordinate system. So once we disconnect, you
It should be good.
that pivot point should be on the right spot because it's reading the coordinate system on your computer on your monitor, and then the way it's being like resized for me, it places it right there. It thinks that's the
You know what happens a lot when I move my character from over here to cartoon animator? It's like a lot of the body parts would be over in another spot. Like I have to move them over manually to they bones.
I'm trying to imagine that. Hang on a second. So you import it into Character Animator, and the body parts become offset from the pivot.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you making sure that the pivot is actually where it needs to be? Like, for example, let's say that this is an arm, right? You can go in there and let's say this is where the pivot needs to be. Go back outside. So this little registration point usually tells Puppet Producer where to place the pivot, right? Normally,
Right.
It'll place it up there.
Right. But when I put it in, the bone will be here, the pivot will be there, but the little color part will be like way over here, and the bone will still be right there.
Do you have an example you can show me?
Hold on, let me show you. Like I can just open up. Hold on a second. I'm gonna open up cartoon animator.
Yeah, you should be good now as far as the thing working. But yeah, let's take a look at that issue.
So I was making some in iClone. I was gonna make a little scene in iClone, but I was using the like the characters that I made. Hold on, let's see.
You gonna need to start with a G2 character if you're gonna
Yeah,
get working.
I was the wrong one. My bad. I ain't did this one. Hold on, give me a second. Do it. How do I do it? Is this one? Let me see. I don't think I have my characters in here that I made. I got them on my other hard drive. Let me see. I just want to see if when I'm gonna come in, I can show you what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Let me look at the hard drive. Hold on a second. All right, let's do it. See, like, okay, he came in there like, this is just a test character. I ain't got the hands. Hold on, he came in. See how his legs was right there on that angle? Sometimes they'll be all the way over here sometimes when they come
That's
in.
probably because that's an angle that you haven't done yet.
No, I had did them. I drew them all. Let me see
Oh,
if
okay. So,
cause they tried. See, I was just trying some.
yeah, 'cause sometimes when you haven't finished an angle, it'll just kind of do its own thing. Like it'll just have whatever sprites it can from the other based off the other one. That one is missing the hands because you didn't have the normal like nested hand.
Right. See how they be over there? See.
Do a calibration. Let me see how it moves. Like switch them to the front view.
See, if just be certain views that'll be out. Like he's good right there.
Yeah.
But then,
kind of good. I mean, the eyes are on the chest. Keep them in the front view, and click the calibration button.
Where the calibration goes?
On the left hand side, the last active button on the left hand side, that little tool panel. That one. Just make him do a walk real quick, and let's see what he looks like. The eyes are on the shirt. It's a design on the shirt, or is that?
Yeah, that was just the eyes design on the shirt.
Oh, okay, that was throwing me off. All right, switch to one of the bad angles. Okay, right there. Do the calibration. Well, I'm willing to bet that one of the bones is either missing or mislabeled, and it's throwing the whole thing off, or the entire angle is missing and it's just filling in the blanks. But most likely, you have a missing sprite. Or,
okay. Well,
If you have
I
a
was gonna redraw them anyway. I just was in there messing around
do,
trying to see how it worked.
do you have the FLA file for this character, or for one of the ones that keeps messing up like that? We can review it real quick.
Nah, I just wanted to show it to you. I'm because I was redrawing them. I just was just trying to draw something real quick and see how they look.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't really finish all the hands and stuff. But I just noticed when I would bring them in,
Sometimes when you're missing when you're missing one sprite, like the neck sprite on an angle, it'll throw all the other ones off. It'll because it's like it's missing that link that it doesn't have a way to attach them. Or sometimes when you duplicate ones, like I do it all the time. I accidentally put like for the 90-degree angle, I'll rig up the 170-degree, and I forget that I'm on a different angle, and I might mislabel one, and that throws it off because now it has a duplicate. Little things like that tend to do that. If you want, when you're ready to import another one, we can get together, man. We can do a Zoom. I mean, I like doing this kind of streams, so we could just kind of do a little collaborative stream, and I can review what you're doing and help you make sure you get it correctly.
All right, then. So how would I get in touch with you to let you know when I'm ready?
Send me an email. I mean, it's easy to remember. ibis@toontitan.com.
Okay, then. Yeah, and I got that on the thing, and I just go back and listen to the stream.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah,
right,
send me an email whenever you're ready. I mean, I'd be happy to just do a stream and stuff. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that helps other people out by looking at how people do these things and how they resolve the problems and stuff.
All right, and then that'll help anybody else who having a problem with the puppet producer too.
Yep.
Check it out. All right, man. I really appreciate that.
No trouble at all, man. I'm gonna see if I can update that thing on the website before other people start, noticing it.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
No problem, man. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was that's weird. So I obviously have some issues that I gotta resolve on Puppet Producer. I'm gonna make myself a note. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna do it today because obviously it's one of those things that like Puppet Producer, Toon Titan. These are things that I've very rarely had to do any updates on. I usually, when I release these things, I build them for myself. So if there's gonna be a bug in there, I'm gonna be the first one to find it. And I work with these tools myself. I just kind of, boom, 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 boom. I really put it through the ringers, and so yeah, usually my software is mostly bug free, so it's very rare that I release an update. Usually when I release an update, it's because the host software did something, changed something that now requires me to do something else to adapt to it. But I did move the website over recently, and I think I streamlined it because the new Puppet Producer file only has the one installer. It doesn't have the multiple ones, because I was always like, hey, this thing will work as far back as Creative Cloud CS3, I think. I mean, this will work on Flash Pro 8, man, Macromedia version. So I make my software as backwards compatible as I can, but I realized, what? Most people aren't even using those versions of the software anymore. So I'm focusing primarily on Animate 2020 and above now. And I did release an update where I removed a bunch of the stuff that wasn't necessary anymore and just kind of streamlined it and stuff. And in that process, I don't know when, that pivots file might have become corrupted. So if you guys have run into that issue, let me know. I'll help you fix it. But most likely you won't have to, because I am going to upload a new version of that. Make sure that thing is working properly, and you guys can just download a new version of that if you need to. Alright, so I'm gonna get back to work. My version is working fine, but again, I haven't updated my stuff in a million years. Okay, this is that. I was working on a custom job to do 42 mouth sprites as opposed to the original 30, I think. The 42 original different mouths based on different consonants and sounds. Anyway, that's good. I don't need to go through all that. Just new file. Great. From here, let's pretend that's the arm. F8 to create a symbol. And we'll just adjust it so that the registration point is up there. That way, if it's an arm, so it should rotate that way. So to make things easy, I usually go ahead and do my registration point from the start. So by clicking here, oh shit, my thing is not working. So I gotta fix mine. You know what? Yeah, this is something that happened not too long ago. Because I haven't updated my stuff in a while, but at some point I did something where whatever version I'm using is the version that's on the website. So that's the ref. Components of the producer. Doubt this is not gonna work without restarting, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Yeah, it requires a restart. These motions should work inside of Cartoon Animator as well, by the way. I'm actually curious as to how that would look. Let's see here. Draw this arm. The animate here. Take it down one. I uploaded the wrong one. Six kilobytes. This file needs to be 8 kilobytes, so at what point did it become 26 kilobytes? That's so let's restart it again. Yeah, this is definitely an issue, man. If you guys are running into this issue, let me know right away because I need to make sure you know, I update this thing as soon as possible. At some point, I screwed up and I uploaded a version with a damaged pivots file. That is 100% on me, guys. When was the last time I worked on? Let's see, Billy 3.0. I was working on Billy 3 days ago, but I wasn't working on pivots. That character's pretty much all rigged up. Y'all want to see what Billy looks like right now? So, I mean, I haven't been working on him in a while. It's I haven't been putting too much effort into him for some reason. Yeah, there's Mr. Billy. Look at these pivots; they don't even match. Are these the original pivots? Yes, they are. So if I have this file here, so this is an upper arm. I want to rig it. Boom, it adds it right there. This is a completely different pivot set than one I added. I mean, it's still gonna work, but if you notice the pivots from the new version don't have an outline. It's just a naming thing. It's just a graphic. Okay, I see what's going on. Alrighty. Good thing we have a copy of that old pivots file, so we'll be able to fix that easy. This is going to be such a cool character once I finish it, if I ever finish it. I've lost my motivation to work with Cartoon Animator and to create anything for Cartoon Animator these days. I don't know. I'm disillusioned. Disillusion is the name of that company. I was working on this Mocap thing. It doesn't look that bad, but I realized, I mean, ideally I want to be able to perform everything without having to do any edits and cuts and motion cap stitching. What, no more Cartoon Animator? There might be, I don't know. I mean, I'll still do it for my customers and clients and for you know, everybody else's benefit. But for my own benefit, I can't see myself doing any of my own work using that anymore. For my own films. I finally gave up on 2D as a primary production thing, and that's something that didn't come lightly. You know, it took years and years because I'm a traditionally trained, you know, a classical hand-drawn animator. I worked for Disney and, you know, Warner Brothers, DC, and I've been fighting it since the late 90s, man. 2D is not dead. 2D is not dead, and it took a company like Real Illusion to really fucking kill it for me. And finally decide, you know what? I'm gonna go with Unreal Engine. Well, actually, I'm trying to find a way to bypass iClone. I mean, it seems like a realistic plan because you can go from character animator directly into um Unreal Engine, but Unreal Engine itself has animation tools. So you don't need iClone. You can animate directly in Unreal Engine. Uh, I'm just not that familiar with it. Uh, I have a lot to learn, but I think that realistically, it is a possibility for me to just bypass iClone entirely. There are plugins for my mocap stuff that go directly into Unreal. Their facial mocap system is a million times better and about $1,000 cheaper than the iClone stuff. I've invested a lot of money on this iClone pipeline, man, and I don't have a lot to show for it, you know. But I've seen people animating directly using, you know, mocap and facial animation, and even the what's it called, the pose rig. I forgot what it's called. Um, some kind of it allows you to rig control. I forgot what it's called, but it allows you to basically animate your characters directly in Unreal Engine. And if that's possible, then why would I need iClone? You know, why would anybody need it when Unreal Engine is 100% free? At some point, they're gonna start wanting royalties or whatever, you know. But you know what? That's a problem that I'm more than happy to have, because if their thing is, if you make $1 million as a gaming thing, filmmakers don't have to pay royalties, but if you make a game or something that can be qualified as a game, you make $1 million, then at that point you have to give them a percentage, which is a small price to pay. You know, hey, yeah, you know, put me in a situation where I make $1 million. And my film, the one that I'm working on, I am going to be releasing it in the Unreal Engine as, I guess, like a VR experience. I think that's what they call it, where it's natively playing in real time. I can show y'all a quick demo of that. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it will play within an engine, and I think it might break into that thing that gaming area, because even though it's not a game, it's a collection of game cinematics. And if I'm gonna distribute this through a platform like Epic or Steam, it's basically people are gonna be downloading a game that's just, it's a game that you can't play. You know, you might be able to put on some VR glasses and experience the film in like this big thing, big experience, like, you know, theatrical 360-degree thing. I think it's just a matter of time before they start tweaking their licensing. And but you know what? If $1 million is what it takes for them to want any kind of royalties or whatever, I think that's a problem that I'm more than happy to have, because yeah, I'd like to put myself in a situation where I'm distributing this thing not just the traditional way through like YouTube or Amazon or Netflix or whatever, or even theaters. I want to be able to put this in the hands of other platforms that are already out there that nobody's really tapping into, like, you know, the Epic marketplace and the Steam marketplace. And that, you know, you get an executable file. It's a raw game file that plays in real time rendering, and there's no reason like us as filmmakers should have to limit ourselves. I would do 3D, but I can't get things done fast enough like creating in 2D. Yeah, you know what? I feel you. I would probably be done with this film by now if I knew what I was doing. I'm really doing it mostly out of, you know, kind of kind of like I got no other choice at this point. You know, I was gonna do my film as a 2D film in Cartoon Animator. But check this out, man. This looks beautiful. This is playing in real time. See the little glitches, how it's kind of just bouncing around. The film, the dust, the film grain, the scratches. I'm trying to replicate the look of that Rocky movie, you know, the original Rocky movie from the 70s. So I'm giving it like a nice little 70s, 80s grindhouse feel to it. And when this plays, it's probably going to take about a minute to, you know, pre-render all the textures right now. The first time you play it, it takes a while. But it'll play the sequence. Oh shit. I have it playing as a standalone. I gotta fix that. It's playing on the next on the monitor next to the left. I gotta wait for it to load so I can close it and restart it. Yeah, but check out how that looks. I mean, it looks like something from straight up from the 70s, early 80s, you know. So while that's loading up, I'm gonna look for the original. Look at this. So this is a 2D test in Cartoon Animator. This is motion capture applied. So this is from that's from Cartoon Animator. And so I did have 2D versions of these models that I built inside of Adobe Animate. That's from Cartoon Animate. So this is what the characters were gonna look like. Oh, here's the G2 character. So here's the new version of that same character. Right here. So this is the same character, but in the 3D version. So this thing finally loaded up. I'm gonna change the projection to in editor. So yeah, so this is the character, the G2 character, as the stuff was gonna look like as a 2D thing inside of Cartoon Animator, and then Reallusion started putting in all this hitches, you know, in their software. They're not working with you know, the developers to actually get shit done in a proper way. There's no more updates to G2. They're deprecating it. So I just decided, you know what, that's too much screwing around. Let me go ahead and start playing around with this 3D thing. And even though I'm still using their product, I'm still not gonna finish it off in their software. I mean, the end result is it's not what I wanted. You know, I wanted a 2D film. And I might still get a 2D film because Stable Diffusion is coming in a long way, and you can feed a character into Stable Diffusion, and Stable Diffusion will rebuild it. Like this is from Stable Diffusion, same character, but it's being reskinned by Stable Diffusion using AI. So even though the actual motion capture was like really screwed up, I didn't even have to clean up the motion capture. Stable Diffusion just fixed it for me. So I have a feeling that by the time I finish my film, I might be able to just dump my film into Stable Diffusion and turn it into a 2D thing the way I wanted to in the first place. I don't know. We'll find out. But check this out. I'm gonna show y'all the scene. The scene that I've been working on. I mean, if you guys have been to my stream lately, you guys are probably fed up with looking at this. Where's the volume button?
Thank you.
This place is great. I can't believe we got in. I always wanted to check this place out.
Yes, I love it.
This is nothing, Chris. You all should have seen Vegas.
So all of this is playing in real time. There's like all the editing, all the effects, all that stuff is happening like in real time. This is like 60 frames per second.
Matter of fact,
It's fucking amazing because there's like all the editing. I'm not running it through After Effects. I'm not doing any Premiere. I'm pretty much skipping all the Adobe products at this point.
About the genetic purity of some of the animals.
come on. All work and no play, brother. You know what they say. Lighten up, Chris.
Yeah, my bad.
Think your brother's taking the job a little too seriously.
Somebody has to.
Look, this FDA thing is gonna blow over by the end of the week.
How can you be so sure?
Because I talked to the inspectors myself.
Man, you're something else.
Come on, guys. Lenny just came back from school, and you two have been talking business all day. We're supposed to be celebrating.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Come on, let's check out the fancy dance floor.
Since when can you dance?
What? I'm a great dancer. I can do one hell of a white man's overbite.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, what did I get myself into? Come on. You kids are on your own.
Vegas, huh? The sin capital of the world.
It's not all that bad.
Says you. So, how is the gambling? Any luck?
Well, you know I don't like to brag, but I did walk away with a couple of $1 million more than what I started.
Wow. That's what I call luck.
Luck has nothing to do with it. It's nature.
Nature?
When you're born a winner, that's all you do is win.
Well, congratulations anyway, Sean. There are those who have it all.
Nah, not everything.
What do you mean?
I mean, for example, love.
What's the matter? Is there a special someone out there who won't return your affections?
You tell me.
What?
Lainey, before you left for college, you and I had a pretty good thing going. We even talked about marriage at some point. Now that you're back for good, hotshot biologist, busy all the time with your research, not sure what to make of it. But you seem to go out of your way to give me the cold shoulder. Why? What happened?
I've grown up. Come on, Sean. All that stuff, that was years ago. I was practically a little girl. I didn't know what I wanted. I still don't.
Is there someone else?
No, Sean. Listen. Can we just change the subject?
Let me guess. Suppose that's your way of letting me know you're no longer interested in getting back together.
Sean, aside from our father's lifelong business affairs and now you and my brother's newly formed business partnership, there's always been a great friendship between both of our families.
So that's it. That's how you feel. A great friendship.
Yes.
I suppose time will tell. Just one thing.
What's that?
I was born to win. And you and I both know that sooner or later, I always get what I want.
Okay, so yeah, How long did that take to make? That is a really really loaded question. Because if I were to remake that scene right now, it would probably take me about 2 hours to make it. But how long did it take me to make? I don't know, about a year, because throughout that year, I had to study the camera systems. I developed my own camera system. I had to figure out, I learned a little bit about blueprints, um, all the learning stuff that I had to do every time I get to some place. Right, I'm still figuring out how to streamline the animation process from iClone into this thing. And but knowing what I know now, I can probably build that scene in definitely no more than 4 hours. I'm gonna say 2 hours is a good thing, because because I put on the motion capture suit, dump it in there, bring it into Unreal, dump it onto the character. Building each character in character creator takes about an hour, maybe 2 hours. So if you want to calculate that into the mix, but I mean that's one of those things that you only do once, really, unless you have major things that you gotta change. Um, So the characters, maybe an hour, 2 hours to build each character. So all those characters are done. And of course, I went through the process of, at some point, this was going to be a 2D animated film. So there's a lot of 2D stuff that had already been done that basically goes into the garbage bin. Um, the All this stuff, I mean, it's been mostly the learning curve, the learning process. I'm going to say the learning curve because it's actually not that hard. It's the learning process to get what I want, because I could sit here and do what everybody else is doing, where they're basically doing Power Rangers, people with masks and helmets and robots and stuff like that, where they don't have to worry about lip syncing and hair movement. Just put a helmet on the motherfucker and you're good to go. Put a face mask on him. You don't have to animate the face. Uh, you can drag and drop motions from Mixamo and just kind of, you know, have them move around while they speak, and they'll be performing. You can make films like that, and that's what most people are doing these days. They're just kind of dragging and dropping motions, and uh, I wanted something, and it's my ambition to get to a point where the film that I'm gonna make tries to rival a traditional film. So that's what I was gonna do with the original, 2D stuff. I wanted to make a film all by myself that would rival something that would come out of Disney or DreamWorks or somebody like that in the 2D format. uh, Cartoon Animator is definitely in a position to allow me to do that, or was, between Crazy Talk Animator 2, 3, and Cartoon Animator 4 even. But after that, it's just one thing after the other. They've gone back uh, to a format where it's once again limiting you to like standing in front of a camera and just doing like Blue's Clues type of animation. Look at the camera, flail your arms around, and yeah, it really did force me to seriously consider 3D and Unreal Engine. And that's why I'm doing this now with Unreal Engine, and I'm really surprised of how far I've come along in the short time that I've actually been with doing this. So this entire project is a little bit over 120 minutes long. Uh, each scene mm, is a standard film scene. It's not like traditional cartoon stuff. This is like this is a mature film. But realistically, if I already know everything I need to know about the software and my process and everything, I could have probably done this entire film in about 3 to 6 months. But it's taken me a few years just to build it up to this point. I'm finally, now that's the cool thing though. I am finally in the part of the filmmaking process where I'm doing the fun stuff because I spent so much time just doing behind the scenes stuff, playing around, doing experiments, trying out, building my camera system, which I haven't even used yet in this thing. Um, this truck, figuring out how to do this taco truck here. That took a while, but now that I know how to do it, I mean, I could do it with my eyes closed. Um, I didn't want to do what everybody else is doing, where they're animating their scenes and hitting the render button, and then going into Premiere or After Effects and doing their editing in there or Vegas or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how films are done. You're supposed to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm the crazy one who wants to do something different. Uh, I figure this thing is already rendering in real time, anyways. You know, why not just do all my editing and everything the way that video games are being done? Why not? It's already there. Let's see, sequences, audio. Where the hell are my sequences? Oh, I can't read, man. So this is the sequence for scene 8, for example. So these are other things that I had to kind of learn. So right here is that way I have that nightclub loaded, but I don't have the actual scene loaded. So in order to make that show up, I have to load that region. So now we have that building, and that the level in there, that nightclub is behind that building. So we have this cool little street sequence with the fade out. This is all being rendered in real time. There's a car stuck in there, and those cars are random. So yeah, I had to teach myself about the rail systems here, the rail with the camera attached to it. Um, I was playing around with text. I still have to figure out how to put like titles and stuff because I mean I can bring in JPEGs and or PNGs and like overlay them and animate those somehow. I think I'm gonna do that in Adobe Animate and then just kind of bring it in as a image overlay for the title sequences and things like that. But ultimately, I want this entire thing. And see, I then had to figure out, okay, so once this sequence is done, do I just do the entire sequence one at a time, or can I just get away with doing scene by scene? And if so, how do I jump from this scene to this scene? The cameras aren't even loading up. It doesn't want to load because of the way I have it set up right now. But yeah, um, this was a lot of learning just to get this far, and that's the only reason it's taking me this long. I'm finally at the point where I'm doing the fun stuff. I'm actually animating, and the stuff that animating is stuff that people can see, whereas before it was just I built this because I'm going to need it for the project. I built that. I'm building the resource. I'm building the characters. I'm building. I'm getting generating clothing. You know, that stuff doesn't mean anything to the public. You know, there's nothing for them to see. Right now, you guys are able to see that scene because hey, I'm actually animating now. But this was a lot of stuff that took place. Uh, the next film is going to be a walk in the park. This one is picking up speed now. I'm getting ready to build a scene where, I mean, this scene itself right now, just kind of picking, you know, I'm getting I'm working on a new streamlined technique for speeding up the synchronization of the motion capture and the sound, so I don't have to deal with editing little clips by little clips. I want to be able to just capture the entire performance as much as I can. So like this scene is probably going to take me a week to do. It's about 3 minutes long, but what I'm going to learn in this scene later on, I'm going to be able to just rebuild it in maybe a few hours, 3 hours at most. At most. So that's the whole thing. The only reason it's taking me so long is because I've been having to learn and build stuff in the background. Take this guy here, import, import. We'll bring in his voice track. See what part of but me building my workflow. I've learned to keep my audios for each character separate, but as part of the same time base. So here's this character's complete voice track. And I'm going to deselect him. I'm going to go to import again. And just as part of the project, I'm going to import this car horn. So that was quick. So now, if we look at the project, so there's the horn. I'm just going to synchronize this horn with the movement of the hand right there. So, I mean, once you get all these little pieces and stuff, it's really not that hard. I'm just taking my time trying to come up with a more streamlined approach because it's going to be a lot of work. Okay, it's 120 minutes plus on this project. So I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. I'm not a very finicky uh, person where I'm moving things around. I just want to get shit done. And I'd rather do a lot of work up front so I can save myself a lot of work later on than try to get everything right the first time. So even some of those scenes, like the scene that you saw, I'm gonna be redoing that, but it's already built. So as part of my workflow is I can go in there, put on the mocap suit, redo the voice, the not the voice, but the lip sync, and just re-upload that. It'll immediately replace whatever's already in there, and the whole entire scene doesn't have to suffer. It just gets updated. And even later on, when I publish this thing on platforms like Steam, if there's a bug in it or if there's a correction I want to make, I could just go ahead and make it live and it'll be fixed for everybody. Unlike a film that is fully rendered and you kind of stuck with it. So there's the horn. You see the hand movement somewhere over here. Let's try to get this synchronized. Okay, it's a little off. Just move it down a few frames.
Man,
When I build my scenes, I do like just all the editing takes place before any of the animation is done. So yeah, I mean, I have this entire episode already edited. I just don't have it animated. So that also makes things easier because you have the entire soundtrack and you just animate to that soundtrack. And that's basically what I'm doing now. I'm just bringing in the elements from that soundtrack and placing them in where the animation was done there. Just a little bit more. There we go. That's perfectly synchronized. So now we just tweak where he's talking. You kind of see where he's talking based on the waveform.
man, shut that shit up. Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for?
Don't really worry about what a lot of stuff looks like. Like I know that this thumb looks all screwed up. The audience is never gonna see that. And most of the emotion looks perfectly fine. So there's going to be cuts in between here where if something doesn't look right in the motion, you just cut to something else in the film, something else that's important, or frame it in a way that it looks good. So I'm not even worried about the animation looking perfect. A lot of people just fixate on that. Oh my God, the foot contacts have to be perfect. They're sliding. You know what? You know what the best fix for foot sliding is? Don't show the fucking feet. That's the best fix. It'll save yourself hours of work.
Man, shut that shit up. Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for?
Let's increase the frame numbers. So this scene, I'm gonna have to do again. But like, I mean, the motion capture itself should only take me about 15 minutes. Okay, all the editing is done. I know what needs to take place. It's just me performing, um, synchronizing myself to whatever the audio layer is. So if I need to redo this, which I will, I do need to redo this motion capture because the way that I have the scene set up. Let's see here. Shit. Let's go back to content, different part of the month. The way I have the scene set up right now, and this the way that I had originally intended was that the parking lot was going to be over here somewhere, and he's talking to his friend on this side, and they're just kind of talking to each other across the way there. But it just makes more sense for him to come in on this taxi and be inside of this taxi, honk his horn at his friend from here, and then from here walk this distance around this car and over to the taco truck here and just kind of post up right here. But I'm also thinking it would be cool since there's their friends and everything. Maybe he could just come inside the taco truck and just make himself at home, lean up against the inside of this wall here. Oh, exit it. Just kind of, you know, lean up against this wall here and to be talking to his friend and have the scene take place from inside of the taco truck. That would be an interesting thing to play out also. So I'm playing around with that idea. So, but yeah, as of now, it just feels to me like it's more appropriate for him to just walk from here to here. And if that's the case, then obviously the motion capture is all wrong. And I have to do a lot of editing and fixing of the direction that he's looking, how far he's going to walk towards the taco truck, which direction to turn. I don't know how easy that is to fix, and I've tried. I spent a lot of hours doing that with other experiments. But yeah, in this case, it doesn't quite fit.
Man, shut that shit up. Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for?
So this makes perfect sense if he were to actually be standing back here somewhere. I mean, over here somewhere.
Nah, man. Hook it up.
There's nothing. Maybe I could just save myself some time and do that if I replace this with a parking lot and just have pedestrians over here. That might actually work to my benefit
What the
also
hell
because
is.
I won't have
Is it
to.
fresh?
I should experiment with that. I talk too much and talk too much, and it doesn't occur to me that I could. Huh, let me try, see if I can get away with that. The problem is here. This is how we're gonna solve this. Okay, this is a little mini tutorial, real quick. So I'm gonna take this. These are the coordinates for this pivot point right there. I'm gonna go ahead and copy these, and I'm going to add the create live link origin, but it creates it way the hell out there somewhere. All right, now I'm gonna paste it, and it brings it in here. Ha ha ha! So that is a little trick for you. That's one way to save some time. Be looking around for the damn pivot point. So I'm gonna bring that pivot point. I'm gonna put it right here. So right now it's gonna be right there. So that's basically the 0, 0, 0. That's where this guy is sitting. And do I have Odie in here? If he's already in here, it'll save me some time also. Is that'll allow me to uh, test the placement and the blocking without having to do like a lot of work. I got the young version of him. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to live link, and I'm gonna take the character, no props, no cameras, no lights. So there's Odie, and I'm gonna transfer him over. This is gonna take a couple minutes, so I'm gonna go make myself a cup of coffee while this happens. I'm not gonna include the motion now. If I was ready to just bring that motion in, I could just do that, but I don't think I'm ready to do that just yet. I want to test it. So I'm gonna do that, and once it finishes importing, I'm gonna test the different motions with that character and play around with the placements and stuff. So in a studio setting, when you know what you're gonna do, you have your set storyboard. I'm telling you, this will probably take about 3 months, maybe 6 months at most to make an entire feature film because you already have your game plan mapped out. I don't. I have the audio edited. I kind of have an idea what it looks like in my head, and I'm just taking my time playing around with the blocking and stuff in real time. And yeah, this is the fun part for me though, because I'm actually creating stuff. So all right, I'm gonna take a quick break while this stuff loads up. I'm gonna go get me some coffee, and I'll be right back. All right, so it looks like it imported. So what we do now is, well, what I want to try. Make sure this guy's standing on the ground. Yeah, he is. I'm gonna bring him up a little bit. So at this point, I can activate Live Link, and we can use it to test whatever motions we want without actually importing anything. And there might be some frame dropping and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. It's just for testing the blocking. Once we're actually happy with our animation and the way we want it to be, we can just import it directly. Source iClone. So there it is right there. So we put the if we put the taxi there and we let it play, we kind of get an idea more or less of what we're working with. I'm gonna move up that playhead a little bit. Right there. That's the starting point.
Man, shut that shit up. Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for? Nah, man. Hook it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there. So ideally, this thing needs to be in a way where he's got his hand on this taco truck thing by the window. And the arm is a little jacked up. So there's some motion correction that needs to be done there. Maybe. It might be, I mean, I might be filming this from an angle where I can cheat it, you know? Let's see what that looks like. There's some funky stuff happening with the hair, the scalp. And I don't know if I should waste any time with trying to fix that arm right now, but we'll mess around with it in a minute.
What the hell is.
Yeah,
Is it fresh? You're in a bad mood today, man. So, you take care of that errand or what? What? Nigga, what? Alright, whatever. Did he say how much? Alright. Well, let's go, man. How's nigga supposed to do anything with his life that way, bro? Who's that? Man, I ain't got no CDL. I got suspended, you know that. Alright, well, what's the cargo? Nah, man, that sounds sketchy as fuck. Tell you what, meet me at 9. We're gonna take care of some real business, alright? Look, I got rent coming up, and if you got any better ideas, I'm listening, bro.
So these are things that I have to replan. I mean, that obviously his arm positions are way too high. Obviously, his arm positions are way too high. And he doesn't end up exactly where he started. But this is the one way of testing it.
Man, shut that shit up. Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for? Nah, man, hook it up.
Yeah. He's supposed to be, when he ends up, he's supposed to end up right here somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna redo all that motion capture, and I think it's
What the hell is?
it's a lot easier to just
Is it
redo
fresh?
than to try to work with the animation.
You're in a bad mood today, man. So, you take care of that errand or what? What? Nigga, what? Alright, whatever. Did he say how much? Alright. Well, let's go, man. How's nigga supposed to do anything with his life that way, bro? Nah, man. Man, shut that shit up. Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for?
Let's see if I can push this out over here. It's gonna be some crazy foot sliding.
Nah, man. Hook it up. Man, shut that shit up. Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for? Nah, man. Hook it up.
Yeah. I don't know how this would work.
What the hell is? Is it fresh? You're in a bad mood today, man. So, you take care of that errand or what? What? Nigga, what? All right, whatever. Did he say how much? All right. Well, let's go, man. Nigga, what? All right, whatever. How's nigga supposed to do anything with his life that way, bro? Who's that?
If I take some more cars and stuff and just
Man, I ain't got no CDL.
turn this into a
I got suspended, you know that. All right. Well, what's the cargo? Nah, man, that sounds sketchy as fuck. Tell you what. Meet me at 9. We're gonna take care of some real business, all right? Look, I got rent coming up, and if you got any better ideas, I'm listening, bro.
It's actually floating into the sky now. So this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to just import this stuff in there because I know it's not going to be the final. So yeah, like I said, a few more things that I need to figure out that I don't quite know how to do yet is I need to get a car that will allow me to open and close the door, have them go in and out of it. But this might work, you know, just have them come in here, get rid of this stuff here, and just turn this into a parking lot. That might make it easier. But since I'm going to be redoing the whole motions anyways, uh, I do like the idea of him just coming out of that car and just walking, taking his time a little bit more, and coming in from here. It seems more cohesive with the scene. But as far as the way that the pacing and the stuff, you know, the way that the animation's already laid out in the, well, not the animation, the scene and the timing, walking from here to here is perfectly doable within the time that's already been edited. Let's see if I can bring in the other guy. Content. It's Taco. Oh shit. I accidentally left Odie selected while I'm bringing in this new character, so he's just gonna get replaced. That is not what I wanted. Now I gotta wait for it to be done in order to be able to do it. Jesus, come on. And then I gotta hit the undo button, and that's gonna take another minute. See, let's undo that. Okay, let's see if we can do it again without messing up now. Go ahead and bring him in. And that's gonna take about a minute or so. All right. That should be good enough. I don't have his animation, so I'm not gonna be animating or doing anything with him yet. I just needed him as a placeholder for his audio clip. I can kind of get a feel for the whole thing.
Shut up! The horn blows. How about the driver? Shut up! The horn blows. How about the driver?
Man, shut that shit up.
No, you shut up.
Hey, did you take care of that errand I asked you for?
First of all, what you ain't about to do is yell at me from across no parking lot. Get your ass out that car and get over here and talk to me face to face. Didn't your mama teach you any manner? You ate something?
Nah, man. Hook it up.
Yeah, I got you. Boom, I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna mix this up in this little thing. Add a little bit of sugar right there. Add a little bit of shit ahead. You want some ice in your drink? Don't worry about it, I got you. Add this right here. Mix this up in here. Boom! Special of the day.
What the hell is it fresh?
Nigga, it's free. You don't see the motherfucker still moving in that thing?
You're in a bad mood today, man.
Don't test me today, Odie.
So, you take care of that errand or what?
I talked to that fat bastard this morning. No fart.
What?
No fart.
Nigga, what?
No hay pedo, cabrón.
Alright, whatever. Did he say how much?
You know he's slicker than a $2 hoe. But he said if you wanted to talk to him, he'll be available to talk at about 9 o'clock tonight.
Alright. Well, let's go, man.
Who is we? I got 60 pounds of shellfish that I have to unload by today. And the end of
How's niggas supposed to do anything with his life that way, bro?
Shit. Yo tengo trabajo, okay? I have to make sure I get this shit up out of here while it's still fresh. Oh, had a customer coming here today. ¿Cómo se llama? Monroe.
Who's that?
Some white nigga that came in here. And he said he was looking for a driver with the CDL for this weekend. And I told him about you. You know, his driver flaked out, said he needed somebody trustworthy with a CDL to deliver a package.
Man, I ain't got no CDL.
Nigga, where you go?
Got suspended, you know that.
All you gotta do is drive, Odie.
Alright, well, what's the cargo?
I don't know. He said he needed a driver, so all you need to do is show up and drive. Just drive.
Nah, man, that sounds sketchy as fuck. Tell you what. Meet me at 9. We're gonna take care of some real business, alright?
Wait a minute. Odie, seriously, do you think that this is the right thing to be doing? I mean, with Raul and all?
Look, I got rent coming up, and you got any better ideas? I'm listening, bro.
I mean, maybe you just rushing into this way before you're supposed to. I mean, you might be getting back into it too soon. Oh, do you remember what happened last time? So you just gonna walk away while I'm talking to you? Odie, you owe me $14.62.
Not too shabby, but, you know, It might work. If, yeah. It doesn't look too odd, you know. Not gonna be no wide angles or anything, so I might not even have to remove all that shit in the background. That might work. It's the real illusion stuff. DC shaders, that's what I do. Air shader. Gotta figure out why that's coming in like that. Seems like a lot of this is just fixing re-illusion stuff. PBR. I wonder if that's all it is. Just retransfer him real quick. We're gonna see if changing that scalp from PBR to hair shader, digital human hair, I mean, makes a difference. I do have to figure out how to just animate these characters directly because Unreal Engine already has those features. And I mean, they're geared towards metahumans, but I know there's like a retargeting thing. If it's something that can be done like easily, I would much rather just do that. It will make the process, the animation process, so much faster if I could just put on the suit and record the motions directly into Unreal Engine exactly the way they need to be instead of screwing around an iPhone. I think it's gonna save months of work.
All right, so that seems to have taken care of the hair issue for the most part. I mean, it's kind of transparent and stuff, but it can be forgiven. You know, I don't care. It's gonna look the way it looks as long as it doesn't look like a glow in the dark situation. All right. So I am going to get on my mocap suit and do some mocap, and I'm probably going to come back later on tonight and continue working on this publicly, or not. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys soon.